It was good.
Wow.
It tasted interesting. It had an interesting, rather interesting texture, but the taste was quite good. Quite good.
Surprising.
You never learn those things if you don't try.
Well, yeah, I don't want to learn about food
Of course,
poisoning either.
it can be good to be cautious. That bummy was what it seemed to be. Yes, he was quite a brick.
It was interesting.
That means like reliable or trustworthy.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Well, on we go.
The two of you once again continue your journey northward along the road. Rather uneventful again. It's rather pleasant. You can see why people would choose to settle in Efera, as it seems to be this very serene, beautiful jungle area with these bastions of civilization that are home to bright and vibrant colors and beautiful cities. Eventually, after another hour or two of walking, definitely starting to take its toll, the deeper you get into the jungle, the hotter it gets and the more humid it gets. Any type of leather or armor begins to really take in moisture. Your clothes get a little heavier as you get sweatier, and that sloshing as you can hear the different moisture everywhere. And eventually, there's a breath of a cool breeze that sweeps into the current area that you're at, and you can hear, just out of a little bit further in the distance, a river that. And remember, this is close to where Boomy said.
So by this time, I have put away my notebook and pen, or quill, whatever it's called. And so right now I'm going to be taking my gloves off and wringing them out with, squeezing out the water or whatever.
Okay. Yes.
And I put them back on. And I say, "Go on, let's see about this river."
He said something about a bridge. Do we see a bridge?
Yeah. As you begin to get closer, you finally start to see where the ground drops off, and you can see a wooden bridge there for you that seems to be put together quite well.
Oh, it's not rickety or shady looking.
It is. It seems to be a bridge that people spent time and put together with care.
How wide is the river?
The river is. Let me see here. Which one? Yeah, this is the one I want. It is. The river is about 25, 30 feet wide at the crossing, and the bridge is about 10 feet wide from edge to edge.
Okay. Before we cross over, I'm just gonna splash my hands in it and my face and put my hair in a knot.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you definitely cool down, and it is refreshing. It is clean, like crystal clear water. You can see all the way down into the riverbed, all the different pieces of rock and gravel that are coasting and floating along, and you can see some sediment beds where the river starts to bend and curve of all the different pieces of gravel that have been caught down there at the bottom, and just the moisture, the cool air that is generated near this river is so refreshing and nice. And eventually, as you get to the bridge, you can see right across, there seems to be a toppled down toppled down tree, and behind that toppled down tree, you can see a cart.
Before we go on, I just want to quickly clean out my gloves a little more in the water and take a drink. Get hydrated. but not too hydrated, so that my blood doesn't slow.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, you take a drink. It is cool and refreshing, and the two of you begin to make your way across the bridge. And as you are making your way across the bridge, you can see off in the distance, maybe 5 or 10 feet after you get across, there's a man steering a cart, seeming to be maybe in his 30s, 40s, middle-aged. You can notice a very slight point to his ears, maybe a half-elf of some sort, and as he's passing, you can see that he's got a collection of what look like wine barrels in the back of his cart, and he just smiles and waves to the two of you as he passes, and crosses.
I return the wave.
Okay, yeah.
Wave back. He's coming from the other way?
Yeah, he's coming northward, heading south, so heading from New Efera to New Verdalka.
Okay, I'm gonna wave back, but I'm also gonna kind of take a step forward to talk with him if he'll slow down a second.
Yeah, sure. So as you approach, he pulls back on the reins and he says, yes, what can is there something I can help you with?
We're looking for an abandoned cart. Have you seen anything on your way?
So he's gonna, look past you and, well, actually, it looks to me if you're looking for an abandoned one, from his vantage point on the cart, 5 or 6 feet up off the ground, it seems like behind that log right there, I don't see any carriage driver there, so that might be your cart.
Oh, well, don't I feel silly? Thank you.
Oh, nothing to feel silly about. All of us have a moment now and then. Is there anything else you folks might be needing from me, or?
I can think of.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
You too as well. All right. Cracks at the reins, and the cart slowly begins to pick up across the bridge and pass into the rest of the jungle.
Head to the log.
All right. So, as you begin to look and curl around, you can see there the cart is here, and you can see now that you're getting closer, the cart, there are different arrows that are riddling the cart. It seemed as though the cargo area did have collections of books, some of which are still there, others of which have been buried into the mud, and you can barely see them just sticking out a little bit. And yeah, so
this is no way to treat a book.
Oh, it's not. Pass me the gigs.
Sorry, what?
Gigs. The glasses.
Oh. Which one of us has those?
I would say he probably handed them to Morgonix first. Just handed them because you were closer to him.
Okay, I'll pop them on.
Okay, so you go ahead and put them on. Would you like to activate them as well, or did you just want to? Because putting them on, you can see that the light begins to refract through them, and everything is just different shades of blue and pink and yellow and green.
Oh, that's strange. He said they were locked and chained. Maybe we should, if we can only use this once a day, maybe we should try to find the chains first.
No, but around.
Yeah, Morgonix is just going to start sorting through the books and steadfastly ignoring the arrows.
Alrighty. Are both of you looking around?
Would like to examine the arrows.
Okay. I'd like each one of you to make an investigation check.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, Al, we'll start with you. As you pull one of the arrows out of the wood, you can see that the tip of the arrow is definitely made in like a fishhook style, where it's not just the point, but it also curves back into shoe-sharp edges to make sure when it impales into something that it hooks in there and is more painful to remove than to leave in. You also see
Made for hunting.
it's really hard to tell what the arrow is made out of. You can definitely tell that it's not wood. It doesn't have that like brownish hue to it. It's more of like a. As you're looking at it now, it almost looks like a stripped, maybe if it is wood, maybe a stripped birch wood, a very light wood. It's you can tell that it's almost got like a white base, but it's like stained and muddy all over it. It's a little hard to tell. Looking at the arrow, Morganix, sorry.
That's okay.
Looking around, pulling different books like out of the mud and trying to flip through and open them. There's really nothing there. Eventually, you're looking around. There is a smaller cluster of trees, jungle trees and palm trees, near the riverbank, and you move over there and you find a couple of books and you flip through it, nothing with chains on it. But then eventually you're holding one of the books, and as you look for another one, you drop one of the books. As you look down, you can see a collection of bones. Scattered. Not human, but definitely humanoid. You can definitely see. And these are like, covered in mud, but like bleach white bones. Where they are. You can see some parts of them have like matted fur on top. And eventually you see a skull as you're looking around, and you can see a skull like a hyena. A larger, more humanoid hyena skull, but you can definitely tell that like snout is there as you're looking around.
Bend down towards them. Well, not really bend. I kneel down towards them. These definitely aren't fresh. I'd like to examine them a little further.
Okay, so yeah.
Be perception, investigation.
I would say, like, what are you looking for specifically?
I don't know anything really.
Okay,
Like maybe
we'll say an investigation check.
Maybe, yeah.
Or sorry, you had something?
Maybe just why they're there or something.
Okay, yeah, we'll say investigation. So after Morganix calls you over, and points out the bones to you after you get done looking at the arrow, you can tell these bones have been here for a while. Maybe. Definitely more than a day or two. But as you're looking around, there aren't any tracks. There aren't any signs of a struggle. They're only partway sunken in mud and grass. There's not very much, moss or dirt that has come over them, or mushrooms that have grown off of them. So they haven't been here for that long. Like I said, maybe a day or two. But that's about as much as you can tell.
I wonder what killed this thing.
I'm not sure I want to find out. Morganix is just going to kind of take a look around and see if there's any other books or any other direction to maybe go.
Okay. Yeah, make another investigation check for me real quick.
Ooh. I'm freaked out by the bones, man.
Yeah, you definitely are a little shook, where you are like, your head is like cocking from one direction to another, with each chirp of a bird that was pleasant earlier is now definitely chiding at your nerves a little bit. You take a few steps back, and just trying to keep an eye out into the jungle away from the river, you end up backing into the cart, and you sort of let out this jolt, and you slam your elbow into the cart, and there's that noise, and it's weird. As you slam your elbow back in this moment of panic, not really looking for what you want, you hit it again. It's hollow.
That sounds hollow to you.
I meant to do that. Yes, it certainly does. Is the cart like tilted over or right side up?
No, right now the cart is right side up. And you can definitely tell that some of the books have been thrown out, like the ones that were in the mud. And there still are some books in the cart. It seems as though probably about half of them that were in here are still there.
Okay, start knocking around and trying to find a latch, a push, something to...
I would like to assist.
Okay, so go ahead and make another investigation check, but this time with advantage.
Ooh. That means just twice, right?
Yes.
Take a higher roll.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
Another nat 1.
I'm proficient in this.
Ow.
So you
God.
feel around the area, pushing into different sides, moving the books around, and you're just not having any luck finding a latch or, a traditional hidden compartment. You do remember Duncan saying something about it. That it was concealed magically. As you're sort of pushing the books
Magically.
around.
Told you.
Yep, you called it. Okay, I guess I'm gonna
Probably might need to
activate.
use it.
Yeah, activate the thing.
Okay, so you put the glasses on, the prism glasses,
Whee!
and you activate them, and all those sporadic wild colors that were there, they focus, where everything returns to its normal shade, except you can see 3 green runes that are like, because they allow you to see through some wood and stone if it's not too thick, and you can see 1 green rune, and knowing where it is, you go to place your hand on it, and your hand phases through the wood of the cart. Al, you can see this as you're looking over. Her hand phased through 1 layer, and 2 layers, and then a 3rd, and you feel definitely hard leather and metal.
All
Something
right,
feels like linked chains.
gonna pull it out.
Okay. So you pull it out, and it's heavier. As you lift it up and out, you can see the tome. Definitely very old, and there is almost this like swirling of just air around it. Not swirling of air. It's almost like air is just dead around it. So
Does it make me uncomfortable?
yes, it does. There you go. So
Uh-huh.
now it doesn't have
I
that
wonder
weird
what
smoke
the
thing
heck that
happening
is.
right now. But yeah, it is very thick. It is chained shut in 2 different places and has a lock on it. And it feels like an echo of what you have felt recently. It is definitely not in the same. It's not in the same neighborhood, but it definitely feels close to it. That sort of distant and hungry feeling.
It's like some dark magic.
I don't like this. This is not a good book.
I am in complete agreement.
The cart needs a horse, right?
Uh-huh.
Crap.
Bad
Okay.
luck riddled all over this.
Let's get rid of this thing.
Oh,
So the
might as well
two
finish
of
the
you
job first.
begin to grab the book, glasses still on. You begin to step
Wait,
off of the
what?
cart, and
Color was it again?
what was that?
What color was it? What color was it?
The book or the runes on the
The magic.
it was green on the cart. Illusion.
Is the
I'm gonna-
book glowing any
Mechanics,
certain color?
What color
Sorry.
is the magic around the book? I'm assuming there's some magic around it.
As you're looking at the book, it's strange. With these glasses on, everything around you still has color. The trees are still green, the gravel and rocks are still gray, the dirt is still brown, the water is still blue. The arcane runes on the cart were green. The book is devoid of color. Staring at it, it seems to be canceling whatever low-level magic is trying to pry into what it is. And as you're studying it, looking at the colors, you go and look at John, or at Al, and as you look over, you can see behind his shoulder that same collection of bones that you saw earlier begins to grow black. There's this essence. With these glasses on, it begins to, and you can see bone connect to bone.
Run.
From the mud, this entity just begins to move, and as you turn to your left, back towards the bridge, back towards you came from, you can see another one crawling out of the river. And with that, we're gonna move to a map. We're gonna move to this one.
Gosh.
And I'm just like, run. And I'm just like, is it both hands to hold the book, or?
Yeah, the book is very big, but you could tuck it underneath one arm. So only one of your arms is.
Yeah, and I'm just like quickly tapping Al and like run.
Shoot.
So you can see three of these like hyena humanoids begin to crawl out of the mud. One right next to the cart where you were, the other one over by the trees, and another one right at the side of the bridge. So with that, I would like both of you to roll initiative.
Alright, okay, let's
Oh, remember, you gotta, here, I can...
Oh, I messed that one up, sorry.
That's okay.
How do I fix it?
That's okay. Here, what I can do is I can add a turn for each of you, and then I can input it manually. Just remember, whenever you roll initiative, you want to click on your token and then roll initiative. Yeah, just so that way it automatically puts it in the turn order thing for me.
My bad.
Oh, no, you're good. You know. We're all...
Is the horse actually there?
No, yeah, that is
okay,
just the piece of art I was able to find.
Sure,
Okay.
Just checking.
So then we will.
Hey, can I roll or? Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Hey.
Sure, that's fine.
Am I good?
Right. Yes, yeah, you're good. It updated it for you. Okay, you don't want to.
Okay.
So 1, 2.
I love the dice.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay, we're gonna add turn and add turn, and then yeah, this is the one.
I guess I'm getting my weapons ready then.
0.08. Here we go. Sorry, this is the one. A little time-consuming part that I am not the most adapted to yet. Oh, his initiative is definitely not 308. It is just 3.8. And then we will descending. There we go. All right, so now the turn order is actually in order. So go ahead and Creepy was good before. Creepy's not what I'm looking for now, though. What I'm looking for now is Scandinavian women screaming. All right.
Nice.
There we go. Okay, so starting off, Morgana's the tome in one of your hands, taking up that entire side. Al looking around, you can see the three like undead hyena humanoids begin to rise and clatter together, pulling out weapons, and you can now see one of them has a bow and arrow, the one right here. That is the one that you saw earlier that was in the carts. Same as those ones. Okay. So, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I want to grab out my heavy crossbow and a bolt at the one that you just motioned it to.
Okay, this one right here?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, you take a shot. Go ahead and roll for an attack. That's definitely a hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Nice.
Ooh, nice. So as you pull it out and shoot, the bolt flies through, and it doesn't pierce and stay in, but as this large bolt is flying through, it slams and ends up cracking and snapping the bones as it flies through and pierces the trees, and the bones just clatter onto the ground. It's still standing, just barely, but that was a good hit. Anything else?
Ooh. Oh, I can't attack twice.
Level 2.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I guess.
Okay. All right, you're just gonna stand there?
Kind of stand there.
Okay. All right, so you throw another bolt on and you just get ready for another attack. All right, so with that, Morganix, it's your turn.
Really out of my comfort zone, but I'm in that fight or flight mentality. I want to run, so I'm going to Eldritch Blast the one by the bridge.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for an attack.
Oh, that's not how I do it.
Yeah, I think it's on.
There we go.
There we go. Alrighty. Ooh, that is a hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh.
Oh, okay. It's 2. Alrighty, so the oh, wait a second. But you can see as the bolt of force slams into the undead, even though it's not as charged as you would have wanted it to be before you shot it off, you can see the oh, but you also have your charisma.
I was thinking, wait a minute. Sorry.
That's okay. What's your charisma modifier?
My charisma is higher than it should be. It is +4.
+4. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So with that, you there you go. Now the charge, there's like the second shot that comes off that you were not expecting that smacks into it again, and the more bones just scatter off to the side. It is still standing, but just barely.
I'm gonna stay put. I'm too afraid to move.
Okay. All right. So you do so. All right. So with that, it is actually the one by the bridge now. This undead is going to move forward, right up to you, having just shot it.
Yeah, that checks out.
And is going to make a one bite attack. It's a 15. Does that hit?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay. Alrighty. So then that is 5 damage.
And I can just... Yay! Cool.
There we go. All right, so they like shamble up to you, and these like still like razor sharp teeth on this decaying undead bite into your arm and just begin to like tear a little bit. And before it can tear too much out, you grab onto like your one arm grabs into the mouth and rips it open and pushes it back before it's able to tear too much out. And you've now got this like blood that is beginning to like seep out of your arm and stain the sleeve and armor that is there. Okay, that is the end of its turn. And then we have the Knoll. Undead here. This is. Oh yeah, sorry, that was my bad. I was using it as an example of how to drop in things from the compendium. So no, you do not. Okay, so then he's gonna go ahead. Take a shot at you with that arrow, which is gonna say club, but that's fine. All right. Ooh, a 21. I'm sure that hits. Yes.
Yeah.
I hope so at level 2. All right, and then that is 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
I was focusing on defense. I could have figured it away, but.
Alright, so you take those 3 points of damage. And then we have one more here, right around the cart. Is gonna jump over the cart and move behind you, Al. And it's gonna go ahead and take a bite at you. Ooh, wee.
Oh wow.
Oh
Ouch,
no.
Ah, that's crit.
Yeah. All right.
Shoot.
Nice. That's 4 points of damage.
Snake eyes.
Nice. So 4 points of damage as it like bites into you, and you can hear it like the bone crackling over the cart. And as you turn around, you can see that if it would have, you would have hesitated a moment longer, it would have snapped onto your throat, tackled you into the ground. But instead, you throw your arm up out of the way, and the teeth scratch your forehead a little bit. But the majority of the impact is absorbed by your arm as you now bring it down and push it off your arm. Now facing it, surrounded on each side by one of these undead. However, with that, it is now your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna take another shot at the same guy I hit before.
Okay.
Um,
That bolt.
Oof.
Ow.
That's a hit. Get him.
Okay.
Yowza.
Okay, 11 points
Stun
of
range.
piercing damage. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it to him. So as you bring it up, just having pushed him off, you like duck down, making sure that he can't swipe at you to disrupt your shot, and you shoot, and the bolt flies through, and not only does it like pierce through the skull, but it also cracks it in half as it and the one half of the skull hits into the water and creates a small little splash, and the other one sort of rolls off to the side. So this is a dead boy right here. You got him. So we're gonna go ahead and delete that initiative. And now you've got the one behind you and the one to your right.
Yep.
Luna, no.
Okay, anything else?
No, I don't think I can take a bonus action for another small attack, so no.
1 second.
I would have to have my, wouldn't I have to have my small knife in my hand? Yeah, I would have to already had it in my hand, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, I don't have the, heat. Never mind. Oopsie. Yeah, no, yeah, that's it. For my turn.
Okay, was that it? Sorry, yeah. All right. Go ahead and move you down to there to the bottom. All right, so with that, Morganix, it is now your turn.
Is it a free action to summon the Hexblade?
I think it's a bonus action.
Alright, I guess that's what I'm gonna do for my bonus.
All right, so with the
And
bonus
I'm
action...
Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, so with the bonus action, you conjure the sword.
Yeah, and it's like, even as I'm holding my hand out, I'm kind of wincing away from it a little.
Okay, so as you conjure it, there is this like like cloud of like purple smoke that begins to like seep from your hand a little bit, and very slowly begin to form and then eventually coalesce into that very familiar metal rod. And then in a flash of purple light, that blade appears in your hand, and a voice creeps into your head and says, "Why, hello there,
Oh, I'm ignoring that.
darling." All right, blade in your hand. What do you do?
I'm gonna take a swing at this thing in front of me.
All right, take a swing. Ooh, yeah. Roll for damage.
That's better.
That is good damage. That's enough. That'll do it to him. -9. Look at that. -6. He's gone. Absolutely trashed. All right. So you slash, and in an explosion of this like purple flame, you just melt through the bones, and it just like Jenga, it just scatters all over the ground. And you can see it fall to pieces. So, the one isn't in front of you, but there is still the one next to John that would still get an attack of opportunity if you tried to leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn around and face that thing.
Okay.
And
So you
point
turn
the
around.
sword at it like I actually know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's a little awkward, and Al, you can see her. I mean, you saw her conjure the blade, and now holding it, and you've trained with combat masters before, and you can tell she's doing it wrong, but now doesn't seem like the right time to say something. You make a note for later. So with that is the end of your turn, and then finally we've got this holy boy. I'm gonna go ahead and fight attack again. Oh my
god.
gosh! Holy cow!
How?
Oh my god!
Just taking hits. I'm glad I
Yikes.
have a fairly high constitution.
Yeah, so that is yeah. Woo, 10 points of damage. Holy cow!
I can take it.
Yeah, so with that,
I can take it.
this time
I'm so
you
glad.
are like celebrating your successful shot, the destruction of it, and you can feel some type of unbridled rage from the undead that you just slain, like spark something in the one behind you, and as you're turning around, that bite comes down into your shoulder and just begins to tear away flesh and bone as it like is
Ow.
scraping into your armor, going absolutely rabid.
Gosh.
So, it's your turn now.
Okay. I'm gonna make a disadvantage attack with my heavy crossbow. Because
Okay.
why not?
All right, go ahead and roll for an attack. Oh, hey, all right, that still hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Oof.
Heck yeah. All
Heavy
right.
crossbows, man. Heavy crossbows.
So with that, you slam the bolt back, and the undead flies back with it until it's impaled into the cart, and the bones just scatter over the ground. So,
Is that a kill?
yes, that is a kill. That
Oh
was
my gosh, one shot.
heck yeah, man.
Oh,
That's the
nice.
way
Not
to
even
do
a
it.
crit. Nice.
Yeah, you exacted your own revenge. Okay.
I immediately dismissed the Hexblade.
Okay. Yeah, so in a very, like, almost like you're dropping it, before it hits the ground, it vanishes.
Hey, I just remembered we have those health potions.
You might
What
want
can I use
to.
that?
Are you okay?
Probably
How
could've used
low
that
are you?
then. I could be better. I'm going to just drink this real quick.
And I'm gonna tap Al's shoulder and not that one. And I'm gonna just quietly healing hands for 2 whole hit points.
Ooh.
Okay. So yeah.
As he's
and-
taking the potion.
And I'm gonna.
Okay, yeah.
Kind
go
of try
ahead.
to hide that I'm doing
Okay.
anything.
Should I roll like a? Or no, that would be passive perception because I'm not looking for anything.
Yeah.
why don't you roll like Joe? This is your call.
Yes. So I would say make a sleight of hand check with advantage because he is drinking the potion. Ooh. What's your passive perception? Al?
Oh, it's 13.
13.
Oh.
Okay. So,
So
let's see. Real quick, roll the 2d4.
Yeah.
Okay, so you recovered
8.
10 hit points. And you can feel as Morganix pats you on the back, there's a little smile, and you can feel like, almost like kind of like you're catching your breath, like when you finally like inhale all the way as you're drinking it, and you can feel specifically in your shoulder where she just touched you, it feels just a little bit better.
Did you just expression?
Oh.
What expression?
Oh. I'm kind of caught, sort of. Oh, it's this new spell. I'm not very good at it yet.
Okay.
I thought I would try it out. I'm kind of new to the magic thing.
Really? Well, that's all right then. Thanks for the aid.
Yeah, of course. Are you all right?
Certainly, I am. Wow. Was it because of the book? I think it was because of the book.
I think it was because of the book. I look around at all the bones. Are they still doing the thing in the glasses?
The bones, no. The bones are not glowing at all anymore.
I would like to, kind of like wincing the whole time, like, ew, 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 grab one of the skulls to take with us.
Okay.
I was just about to say the same thing. Save me the time.
If you want, you each could grab a skull. There were 3 of them. Well, right now there's 2.5 that you can get. One half of the skull is in the water, and it's now part of the sediment bank.
My hands are kind of full, but maybe we should take back an arrow too.
Oh, yeah. I don't
'Cause
think I said that I set down the other arrow.
Oh, okay.
So
Because I think we need
Let's
to get
just
that man
assume
out
that
of
I had it.
prison.
yeah, let's just assume that I had that. Okay. Well, all right. I put an arrow in my bag, I guess.
Great minds think alike.
Yes. What else was? I think we should get going.
Yeah.
I don't be around here too much longer.
Yeah, I quite agree. And I'm going to will the book fit in my scholar's pack?
It's a tight fit, but yeah, it does.
Okay, just so I don't have to touch it. And I guess the skull, I think I would rather carry the skull than the book at this point.
Okay. So you begin to put everything away. You manage to squeeze it in there. You have to move a couple things around, but you get it in there. You got the
Small
skull in
price
your
to
hand.
pay.
Yeah. So is there anything else the two of you would like to do?
Just want to check around the carriage again really quick. See if there's anything that might be useful for anything.
Make a perception check. Just a
Okay.
general cursory glance.
Let's
Okay. So as you're looking around, it seems as though the area has been, aside from the books that are in there, the area has been picked clean for the most part. I mean, even where the horse would be, it's not there anymore. Any of the bridle that would be to hook up the horse to the cart has been taken. It seems that all that was left was the books.
what is contained within the books?
Flicking through them for a little bit, 2 or 3 minutes, it seems like looking at the cover of the ones that are still intact on the top cart. It seems as though some of them, they range anywhere from, like recipe books for different types of cooking from different parts of the world. Some of them are like romance novels. Anywhere on that spectrum, the cart has a lot.
I might grab a couple, not to totally like weigh myself down, but just enough to tuck into one arm.
Just gonna pluck a cookbook, and let's head on. All right, let's
Save
let's
the
get on our way
books.
then.
So yeah, you pick
Books.
up Cooking in Cartasia.
Cool.
Let me type that out. Cooking in Cartasia.
I'm not paying attention to what I grab. It's just stuff to bring back to the library.
Okay, so yeah, you tuck them under your arm real quick, and you proceed. So, anything else for the two of you?
No, I'm ready to leave.
Alrighty. So the two of you begin to move along back to the bridge, side by side. Your names covering up one another. And as you step on to the bridge, that very pleasant, cool breeze that was there is almost... It's not cool anymore. If anything, it's more chilly. It's cold. And there's a moment as you look down, the moisture that was on the bridge and underneath you begins to like freeze almost. And in this flash of this like dark navy blue light, there's a figure that appears in front of the both of you.
Maybe I should have taken another health potion. Whatever.
Long, matted black hair, parts of his face decayed, these cold eyes with just these little blips of red in them, different bits and pieces of fur almost matted on his arms and popping out of the collar. And he just stares at the two of you. And I need both of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Saving throws.
Wisdom.
Okay. So as he looks at the two of you, there's just this grumble, this, and whether it is out of fear or some type of spell or incantation, the two of you freeze.
Crap.
And he looks...
You like move it all?
No, yeah, you are under the effect of a hold person spell where you are just paralyzed right now. He looks to the bag that you have on you.
Oh no!
And he smiles this rotted, toothy grin. And he reaches around, and as he gets closer to you, the smell is repulsive. He grabs the bag, pulls out the tome.
Like a concept not to gag. Or whatever that would be.
Yeah.
When I'm...
And you are frozen, but you
Same...
can feel your stomach begin to... holding the tome.
Okay.
Still the glasses on your head. As he touches it, there's this color that returns and then is shut away. And there's this grunt of anger. He tries to pull the lock off. And in that same flash of navy, he's gone. The water begins to move freely, and after a few more seconds, the spell wears off. Al, you over the side just hurl into the water.
Oh, goodness gracious. That was not pleasant. Well, what was that?
I think we should get out of here.
Look around. Before we go, I'm just going to just grab those bolts I just used.
Okay. So you run back real quick, you go to grab them, and the one that is stuck in the tree, it takes you a second, and you pull it out, and you put it back in your quiver, and as you begin to walk, you can hear that same of bones behind you.
Run.
Right, then I think it's time to go.
Okay, and the two of you just begin to bolt off, running. You can hear the bones put together and the clacking of bone on stone as it's running towards you. And you can see 3, 4, 5 more of these,
Oh my God.
these undead starting to run at you. And as you run, you can hear rustling in the trees next to you. And as you look behind you, you can see Boomy. Oh, yeah.
Oh!
Hello. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Run, Boomy, run!
Oh, I've got it. And he sticks his thumb and forefinger into his mouth and whistles, and you can see like 4 or 5 different animals run out and just begin to run in the opposite direction. And he says, in such a nonchalant manner, "Oh, don't worry, I've got it. You go." And he just turns and sits, and he pulls out that same blue slug, and just as these different animals are just jumping into these undead and tearing them apart and destroying them, and you can see one recoalesce together and jump on top of a deer and start to like pull it down, but then there's a few more, and as you are just running back towards the city, you can see this display of nature versus magic. But eventually you run and you run and you run, and eventually you can see the gates of New Verdolka after hours of running.
Oh my God.
And that is where we'll end the session 0.5. Yeah.
Yay!
Okay.
Good
All right.
times.
There you go. Yeah.
Great.
Also, I will say, for one, awesome, great. Yeah, I love
Turn
your
off, Joe. Turn off the lights.
I love your guys' characters a lot. It's they're very fun. I look forward to it a lot. I will also say, I forgot this until halfway through, but I do normally record my sessions, and I forgot that in the first half. So I did start recording the second half. I think it was once you guys got to the bookstore is when I started to record.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So none of the
Okay.
stuff with Captain Vera. But what I do is I'm gonna go ahead and stop it now.